So today is week 6, and week 6 is courage. Courage is the word of the week. I get to go today to watch my kids run a cross-country meet. Bronson, he's a 10th grader, and he runs against some 18-year-old grown men, basically. And turn around so you can see 18-year-old grown men, and these guys can fly, but he goes out there and runs anyways. He competes. My daughter is an 8th grader. She's the oldest grade, but she's young for her grade. And she goes and she runs against girls that are giants, but they go out and they run anyway because they love to compete. So when I would tell stories about the word courage to my team when I was coaching, I always use this phrase that courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is doing what's right in the face of fear, doing what you're supposed to do in the face of fear, doing what you're supposed to do in the face of being made fun of or being ridiculed. It's in the locker room, standing up for guys who only talk about young ladies inappropriately. It's as a coach, standing up for your players, coach standing up for each other. So those are some things. When I go and I speak to men's group, I talk about the phrase authentic manhood. It's not mine. It comes from Men's Fraternity, 30 Through the Series. Dr. Robert Lewis wrote it. He talks about, he uses the phrase lead courageously. Men must lead courageously. That's part of authentic manhood. To lead is to be up front. To lead is to show the way. To lead is to command the group. To lead courageously means you lead in the face of fear. Leading in the face of fear is a sophomore calling out a senior, not giving great effort. It's a quarterback. This happened to me when I was my last year's coaching. I had a quarterback and a running back. They were great friends. They'd played baseball together since they were little. The running back would not always give great effort. The quarterback would call him out. They would argue and yell, and all I would say is, sometimes the truth hurts. And he would say, "Oh, shut up, coach." And I say, "Get on the line and go again." And he would go again. Courage is calling out your teammates who aren't giving great effort. We need men that lead. We need men that lead courageously. Because if you're a man, you're often told it's not okay to lead. If you're a man, you're not often told it's okay to be in charge. But that's what you're called to do. We need more men that'll be leaders. So here's a couple examples from the Bible. Joshua took over after Moses. Moses, part of the Red Sea, 10 Commandments, 10 plagues in Egypt, did a lot of cool stuff. And Joshua took over after him. And this is God told Joshua in chapter 1 several times to be strong and courageous. Courageous is the act of having courage. Another way to say it, God told him to be strong and have courage. Simply put, God, the creator of all things, said, have courage. Why not? And then David to his son Solomon. David had many sons, but he picked Solomon to take over for him as king of Israel. And David told his son, as he was finishing, David said, Solomon, he said, son, be strong and show yourself a man. Have courage and show yourself a man. He asked his son to have courage. David lived it out in many ways. When David went and fought Goliath, so David went and fought Goliath. Here's something that people talk about. David put on King Solomon's armor. It wasn't because it was too big. David said, because I wasn't used to it. That's why he did not use the armor in battle against Goliath. He felt much more comfortable with his sling and his staff and a few stones in his bag, ready to go. Here's one thing I know, is when I would talk to my teammates, when I talk to my players and my staff, I would say, you're the captain of your team. Lead them well. Your team needs you. A father, a husband, his team is his family. My wife is a co-captain of the team. They need me to lead well. They need me to have courage. Even when I'm not doing well, they need me to rise up, be strong, take care of my business, and do what I'm supposed to do, to lead well, to show my sons what manhood is, to show my daughter how a lady is to be treated. It's not because I'm going to make things great again. Things are great now. We are blessed beyond measure. But what we must do is lead well, lead with courage, lead with love, lead with grace, take care of our families, because it matters. If men would step up and lead their families well, if men would step up and have courage to lead, have enough courage just to say, follow me. Jesus said, follow me and I will make you fishers of men. Just say, follow me, and live it out. You don't have to say the right things. You just got to live it out. And when you make a mistake and you fall on your face, you pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you go play another play, because it matters. Your family needs you. I needed a quarterback that have a short memory. If you threw an interception, get over it. Go play the next play. Because a lot of times the starting quarterback of a 5A high school football team is also the starting corner or safety. Go play another play. If you make a mistake, turn the ball over, go play defense and get it back. Be aggressive. One thing I would tell my guys, Monday morning we had weights early. I said, attack the day or the day will attack you. Let's go get after it. Let's make this day great. Let's make this week great. Set the tone for what you're doing. If you walk into it sluggish, worried more about your coffee than about your confidence, more about your caffeine intake than your courage, you're going to fail every time. Because liquid courage never solved a problem. Courage comes from within, comes from the confidence in who you are. So be strong and show yourself a man today and have courage. Lead well because your family needs you. See you later.